a weighted circuit video. So this is not going to have a ton of cardio in it. Like there's no plyometrics, there's no intervals in this. This is all, every exercise is going to be weighted. It's going to be full body, and everybody has their own, if you're watching this video because you have weights at home, everybody's going to also have their own, you know, type of weight and denominations that they have, a denomination of weight that they have access to. So I have access to a lot, so I'm going to be using something different for almost every exercise. If you have one set of dumbbells or one whatever duffel bag filled with water bottles or one car battery or one box of cat litter that weighs 30 pounds, like whatever it is that you have that you're using for weights is fine. I'm going to show you what it looks like for variety. After you do the first time through this, you might find that the weights you have work for some things and not for others, and so you just have to make some adjustments as you go. It's 10 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, and this is really meant to be a circuit that goes to improve your strength more than just doing a body weight exercise would be. So in order to improve your strength, you have to load the body with more weight than you walk around with on a daily basis. So that's the whole point of having a separate video for people that have access to the weighted version. If you watch the body weight video, it gave some explanation on how I think you could put these circuits together. There's 3 circuits. One's body weight only, one's weighted, and one's high intensity interval. So these are meant to be supplemental workouts to the water workouts that you guys are doing right now, since we aren't doing, you know, a full schedule of practices where we're getting everything that we want to get in. So a lot of you guys have been asked to do supplemental workouts on your own, and giving you some options here so that you can Frankenstein your own workout to suit your needs is kind of the point of this. Since the weighted circuit has little to no cardio, it's meant to be supplemental for improving your strength or power. So if you have weights at home, especially if you have some variety with the weights and can get some heavy weights, it might be worth it for you to do 3 or 4 of these circuits, just the weighted version, so that it's a 40-minute workout and it's all weights. That's solid. If you know that you need to get some cardio in or work on your muscular endurance a little bit more, then you've got these 3 videos. Maybe you can do one of each and a cardio interval in between. So in the first video, I gave more explanation about the body weight video. I gave a little bit more explanation on how to put these together, but the idea is supplemental workout, 40 to 60 minutes, using either just your body weight or the additional weights to get some cardio, to get some strength training, to get some muscular endurance, and to put it together the way that fits you for what you have at home. And also my suggestion as a coach and a trainer is also to put workouts together that fit you for what you like to do, so that you're motivated to do it, so that you want to do it, and so that you don't put it off. So if you have any kind of weights, get them all around you so that you have access to whatever you can use. And then as we get going through the exercises, maybe if you have different things, you can try different sets out. Or like I said, if you just have the one, give it a go and see how it works. 40 seconds of work, as many reps as you can. If you've got really heavy weights, then you're going to do less reps but get some good power work in. If you've got lighter weights but it's just more than your body weight, then just rep it out with good form and get as many reps as you can in the 40 seconds and take the 20 seconds to get set up for the next one. So nothing fancy here. First one is going to be squats. So for me, I'm going to grab a heavier denomination for what I have laying out here, because it's just going to be a static squat. So in 8 seconds, nothing fancy about this. You can put the weights out in front if you want to load the back in a good way, a little bit more. Go. So with whatever weight you have, just like when we do the front squats, even though we don't have the weights at our shoulders right now, holding the weights out in front is going to make this just a little bit more challenging, a little bit more work in a good way on the low back. Now, these weights aren't particularly heavy for me. So putting the weight out in front is just gonna give me a little bit more work. If you've got really heavy weights and you wanna drop this down to the side, that's fine too. That works just as well. We go 5 more seconds for our first set. And we're enough. Shoulder press. So for me, I'm gonna grab sort of my mid-range on the weights. This is just gonna be standing, meaning nothing fancy about it. I'm not adding a jump or a squat or a lunge or anything else. I'm gonna start at the shoulders, press overhead, go. Roll the knuckles forward so that you have a straight wrist at the top. And always try to keep that low back from arching. So every time I come up, can't really see it, but I'm doing a little bit of a tuck, like a little bit of a pelvic tuck forward so that I keep that back straight, and then punch the ceiling. Straight wrists. 5 more seconds. We're enough. So again, this is not meant to be cardio. This is meant to be challenge yourself with as heavy a weight as you have, as many reps as you can. Going for lunges and a bicep curl. So I'll pick my mid-range weights again. Ready to go? Step back, do the curl. So this isn't going to be particularly heavy on the lunge, but it's an additional, what do I got, 15? So it's an additional 30 pounds over my body weight every time I drop down. So that's good work. Ten more seconds. I'm falling. We're enough. All right. The next one's called Around the World. This is not something that we've done before, but I think you'll get the idea. I'm going to use a plate. You can hold a dumbbell one long ways to do the same thing. Go over your head like it drops down my back, and then I'm going to go over to the side, in front, and around. So pretend that my head is the world, and that's why it's called Around the World. Now when I go over on the sides, you should feel a little bit of a stretch in your obliques on either side. When you go back, you get into the triceps, and now we're going to reverse the order. We're going to go a little longer here. This is a core exercise. The more you can get a stretch, the more you can get your arms back behind you. Wait up. So, the more you can exaggerate that motion up here, back here, over here, the round front doesn't really matter so much, but this big rotation, getting some of this to move, getting this to go for the stretch, that's where the work comes in. So that's a new one. It's a way to get some core in with the weights. Sumos. I'm going to grab my kettlebell for the sumo. You can grab whatever you want or whatever you have. Toes are out, right? Feet are out, toes are out. All the way down. So again, anytime you're holding the weight out in front, you're just getting that low back to load a little bit more, which is good. If you've got the weight down here, it works too. It's just easier. If you have dumbbells, you could have them both at the shoulders, just holding. I don't really remember where I started the time. I feel like All right, just to make this easy on myself, for my timer that's going, we're gonna go 3 more seconds, and then I'm gonna get back to the top of my minute. All right, ready enough? Okay. Skull crush with a leg extension. So I'm gonna grab weights that I can do a tricep press with, and just for fun, we're gonna get a little core work in. So you're gonna lie back, weights go up here, head goes on the ground, and you're gonna not actually crush your skull, but you're gonna come down to either side of your ears, and at the same time, your leg extension, you're gonna go out with the legs when you go down to the ears, and then up with the feet, so that everything comes up, everything goes back, everything comes up, everything goes back. Elbows should be pointing straight towards the ceiling. Don't let the elbows flare out to the side. And when you extend the legs down, make sure that the low back stays against the ground the whole time. No low back popping off the floor. So when you guys go through this and you get used to how these weights feel, like I could have gone heavier on the weight. So next time I would pick a heavier weight for that. All right, cleans. Grab some kind of mid-range or the only weights that you have. And down below the knees, flip the weight. Down below the knees, flip the weight. Remember that you're going elbows up, elbows down. Here, elbows up, elbows down. If you want to add here at a press, we've already done the shoulder press, but no harm in getting that over the head press again. So it's not, you can just do the clean and rep this out a little bit more in the legs, or you can add that press for more upper body. Way enough? All right, lat swing. It's another new one-ish. Not ish, it's a new one. One weight, hands on either side. You're gonna go straight, 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 straight arms. That's super key. Lock the arms overhead, down to the chest. Lock the arms overhead, go down to the chest. Lock the arms, mine aren't locked, and down. So when you swing up, keep the arms straight. When you swing down, you should feel a pull in a good way, sort of across the back of the shoulder blades. Swing up, straight arms, swing down to the chest, swing up, straight arms. It's harder to talk in this one. And weight up. So shoulders and lats, little core, little triceps, mostly shoulders and lats. One leg dead. Grab your dumbbells. I'm going for the heavier ones. No, not that heavy, but they're the heavier of the bunch that I have. One leg, straight leg, stand up, same leg, straight leg, stand up, flat back. Flat back cannot be stressed enough. Flat back, straight leg. One leg deadlift. You should feel this all in the glute of the leg that's on the ground. And because it's only one leg at a time, we're gonna go 40 seconds a side. So it's actually gonna push this into way enough. We're gonna go right over to the other side and go. Gonna push this into like a 10-minute, 40-second workout. But in order to get enough work here, you really need to drop for 40 seconds into that one leg. All right, straight leg, flat back. Spot out in front. So I'm looking straight at the camera because it's about 5 feet away from me. So it's a good spot. Pick a spot on the wall or something out in front that you can go right about out from the sternum or the belly button and look straight out. Last 5 seconds. falling. Way enough. All right, there's one more. It's a push-up with a side plank with a shoulder sweep. So you'll need a lighter weight for it. If your weights, if you have one set of weights and it's heavy, you won't be able to do that rollout. So what I would suggest is not using weights for this and just do this body weight on the ground. But if you have either lighter hand weights or denominations that you can grab, what we're gonna do is both weights underneath your hands for a push-up. So everybody up. And then after you do your push-up, you're gonna roll to a side plank, and then you're gonna not use your foot like that, but I'm stopping myself to talk. Roll one arm out, and then come back to the ground, roll back forward, do your push-up, and now roll over to the side, and repeat. So everybody start, if you haven't already, start. That weight back there is in my way. Push-up, roll, shoulder, push-up, roll, shoulder, push-up, roll. Sorry, I'm rolling all over the place, so I'm laughing at myself. Watch where you put your hands so your push-up is pretty proper. I just put my hands in two separate places, made the push-up harder. One more. I'm way enough. All right, so if I didn't have to talk and could just blow through this 10 minutes, if you did this 2-3 times in a row, especially if you can figure out like what weights are challenging for you, it starts working out. If the weights feel like they're too light for the exercises, then you just got to rep it out more. And if the weights are too heavy, then you can always do body weight, but I think you should be able to get away with the weights that you have. So that's the weighted version. It's 10 minutes, it's 11 minutes long. String 3 of them together. Do 5 minutes of cardio in between. Go for a run, jump rope, get on an erg, get on your spin bike, something that you have access to that you can get to really quick. Come back, grab the weights, go again. Do 3 or 4 times, throw in some cardio in between, put it together however you want. Do one set of the weighted circuit, and then do one of the HIIT circuits, and then do one of the body weight circuits, so that you're getting everything in. You're getting your cardio, you're getting your weights, you're getting your muscular endurance. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Peace out.